During whole group sharing, students share new learning and make their thinking visible to each other. Each student clarifies their thinking and builds on the ideas of others. As they reconstruct how they solve the problem, students learn to articulate their thinking. Knowing how words work is a transferable skill that will serve students throughout their school life and beyond.
Let's debrief what we just did. There was some good thinking going on at the tables, and sometimes it takes a long time to figure out how the words go together. And every group eventually figured out that there was one half of the words that were positive characteristics and one half that were negative characteristics. Now, I saw some interesting thinking going on as I was circulating around the tables when you had to fill in the blank cards with opposite words. And a few of the groups did something that I'd like to bring to everyone's attention. Happy, unhappy, agreeable, disagreeable, attentive, inattentive. I wonder if you notice anything. What did this group do, this group did it as well over here, to change happy to the opposite, which is unhappy? Agreeable to disagreeable. Attentive to inattentive. Just think in your heads for a moment. Now quickly talk with a shoulder partner, making sure everyone's included.
Less, like this or yeah, it's really like a prefix, yeah, in the beginning of the word, so then it just adds on to the main word.
If Diva, Shirani, and Kajal's group could share their conversation, because I sort of listened in, and I like what I heard. Can you tell the class what you noticed about these words? If somebody's comfortable speaking. Okay, Diva, go ahead.
Like, for the negative words, sometimes they have prefixes like un or dis, and they're mostly opposites.
And they're mostly opposites, so by putting the prefix on. And how did you decide which prefixes to put on? Because look at this group had unattentive, then they crossed it out and put inattentive. What if I said dishappy? So we know that dis and un means the opposite. Dishappy, does that sound right? No. So I'm wondering what you were thinking in your heads before you decided which prefix to put on. Talk with your people again. How did you decide?
Yeah, because like maybe people can't like read it. We just have to make sure it makes sense so people can read it.
So let's hear some sharing then. What were you thinking? Ayub?
We were thinking that it had to make sense before you write down what you were going to put, even that they both mean like if it's negative, but you have to make sure it makes sense before you write it down.
Thank you. That's great thinking. So Ayub said a lot of them can make a word negative, but you have to think, does that make sense before writing it down? Or does it sound right? What were you thinking, Anson?
Unhappy is actually the right way. Dishappy doesn't sound properly.
Yeah, it doesn't sound proper. We don't talk like that, right? Good thinking, everyone. Give yourselves a big pat on the back. That was good word work this morning. Okay.